Hello and hello and welcome to another edition of Mr. Basile Explains Something. This is mini lecture on paraphrasing. Hope you appreciate the music. It's a new try. All right, paraphrasing walkthrough. You're going to want to use the sheet I gave you in class, the one that talks about how to paraphrase and gives you my sample note cards. Not the one in the packet, but the one that's a double-sided sheet. There's a little spot for your name in the upper right-hand corner. It says Sample Paraphrasing using Mr. Basile's sample note cards. I'm going to start on the back page of it because I already went over the front page of it. Okay. Also, you might want to set yourself up so you can easily pause this video at any time, so you can take the time to practice, and then I'll give you the answers. Okay. Old religious beliefs is the first note card, and it says Purdy's poem suggests a connection between the working man's ambition and Icarus's attempts to fly. However, Icarus died because he had too much ambition, a vice that may also bring the working man to his demise. And of course, I've got my source right here. You can see it. Source number 1, editor's last names are Smith and Thomason. Okay. Now, connection with Icarus, an allusion and reference to Icarus. Ambition is dangerous, reaching beyond one's abilities. Working man in possible danger really is the man could suffer or die for overreaching like Icarus did. So these are my synonyms and rephrasing for it. And we'll take you to the next part, where we write our own version of the paraphrasing. Now, you might want to pause the video at this point. I said pause the video at this point. Okay, thank you for pausing the video and taking the time to write your own version before just copying mine. Now, Purdy's allusion to Icarus suggests that the man could suffer from the same fate if he commits the same sin by overreaching like Icarus did. And you notice in parentheses I have Smith and Thomason 243. I cited the idea using the last names. And it doesn't necessarily have to be names plural. It just depends how many editors or authors are being credited for the particular area that you got your information from. This format is exactly how you should do yours. So happy paraphrasing. Wait, you want to do another one? Well, okay, we can do that. Adapting to changes. The age and faith that moves into transition refers not only to the transition of the previous time, but also to the 60s, a time of radical ideas and changing values. There is a corresponding shift in tone in these lines, and that comes from page 251, and it's a critical essay by Alice Van Wart. Now, you take some time to write down what you think the main ideas are and what you think the synonyms and rephrasing are, and pause the video to do so, and then I'll be back in just a moment when you hit play with the quote-unquote answers. All right, main idea. The main ideas I pulled from this are transitioning age and faith, the 60s is a time of radical ideas and changing values, and there's a shift in tone that corresponds. So now you can take a moment to compare how you did with my main ideas, and then also take some time to do the synonym and rephrasing. So you want to pause it now. Okay, if you don't pause it soon, the answer is going to pop up. All right, hopefully you paused it because the answers are coming up now. Synonyms. So transitioning age and faith is the same thing as saying times and beliefs are changing. 60s is a time of radical ideas and changing values. Well, 60s brought different and new concepts and morals changed. Means the same thing, but they're different words. And a shift in tone that corresponds, that means the author, Purdy, changes his attitude in accordance with whatever is being said. Remember, that tone is the author's attitude toward his subject, which I'm sure you knew since you've been studying your literary terms, right? Yeah, I know you just said wrong. Okay, thank you anyway. Now, main idea and synonym rephrasing. Transitioning age and faith, times and beliefs are changing. 60s, time of radical ideas. Okay, I've got it all bolded there. You can see it all. I don't need to read it all to you, right? But see how it says, during the 60s, different concepts and new views on morals changed the way people saw their beliefs, and Purdy changes his attitude in the poem in accordance with these changes. The only thing I can think of is that I probably should have a comma here because I have two complete sentences, so I should have a comma plus a coordinating conjunction, but since I've already made the PowerPoint slide, I'm not going to change it right now, so you'll just have to change it on your own. And is there anything else wrong with this? No, I don't need quotation marks because this is a paraphrase piece, not a quoted piece. You figure it out yet? And the problem is I have not put a citation in. Remember, these ideas are not my own, so I have to give credit to Van Wart for publishing the ideas first. If you don't give her credit, you are plagiarizing, which means big fat F0, okay? Failure to communicate. So make sure that you cite. And that is the end of our short video on paraphrasing. Have an excellent morning, evening, afternoon, what have you, or study hall.